Hi, this is Anna, one half of our Bookish obsession. Camilla is the other half, and today I'm going to be doing Reader Problems book tag. Blah. This tag was originally created by Tiffany from About Books, and yeah, I'm really excited to do this tag today and have you guys find out more about me. Alright, here we go. Question 1. You have 20,000 books on your TBR. How in the world do you choose which book to read? For me, I generally just go through my Goodreads list, and my first 20 or 30 books are all part of series that I have read or are currently reading, so that's where I put all the books that I'm in the middle of. But I don't automatically go and choose them. Sometimes I'm just going through my Goodreads and just indecisively oh, that book looks good, or I don't really want to read that right now. So that's kind of how I choose, and I end up ordering 20 books from the library. Way too many, and I never get to all of them, and then I feel pressured because I have to go back, but I generally just choose very randomly. Number 2, you are halfway through a book and just not loving it. Do you quit or are you committed? For me, it kind of depends on the book. Currently, I just finished Paper Towns, and if there wasn't a bunch of hype about it in the movie coming out and I wanted to read the book before I saw the movie, I probably would have put it down and not picked it back up. It just wasn't grabbing my interest as much as I wanted it to, but I finished it, and I'm glad I finished it. So it really just depends on the book. If it's in the middle of a series, I'll probably just push through if I care enough about the series, but I've been telling myself recently to go ahead and put books down if I'm not enjoying them, realizing that I only have a certain number of hours and minutes in my life, and that I want to be spending them reading and doing the things that I enjoy, and if I'm not enjoying something, I don't need to spend my time on that. So, kind of give or take, but if I'm not enjoying it, I probably will put it down. Question number 3. The end of the year is coming, and it's coming very fast, and you are not up to date on your Goodreads reading challenge. Do you try to complete the challenge, or do you just give up on it? I would try to complete it. I like to have the entire challenge completed. I want to complete that goal that I set for myself at the beginning of the year. So I think I would challenge myself and try to get as many read as possible. But if I don't meet it, it's not the end of the world. But I definitely want to be able to finish my Goodreads challenge this year. And the covers of a series that you love do not match. How do you deal with this? I kind of hate that. Not to the point of I'd get rid of a book if I bought it and the cover didn't match, because I'm like, I ain't got that much money. Not my favorite thing, but, I mean, I can deal with it. As long as I have the book and the series is complete. Question number 5. Everyone and their mother likes a book that you really do not like. Who do you bond with over this? Generally, I would talk to Camilla about how I feel about a book, how she felt about a book if we have both read it. But I don't generally read books that I've, seriously hated. If the story is not grabbing my interest and keeping me there, then I'll probably put it down and leave people with that like it. Cool for them. Just wasn't working out for me. Number 6. You're reading a book and you're about to start crying in public. How do you deal? I would cry in public. I'm pretty positive it's happened. My family has walked into my bedroom and seen me crying, and I just tell them get out. But I would cry. It would happen. If it was moving, if I had read The Fault in Our Stars in public, people would have seen me crying. No shame, guys. Share your emotions and your feels about it. Question number 7. A sequel of a book that you love just recently came out, but you've forgotten the synopsis and everything that happened in the first novel. What do you do? Do you go and reread it? Do you look up the synopsis on Goodreads? Do you just cry in frustration? I attempt to get the book out from the library again, and just try to reread it or go back through synopsis on Goodreads or look at other people's reviews to try to recall what happened. I have a pretty decent memory, but if it's been a while since I read it and I'm just sitting there and who are these people again? So I try to get the book back out and reread it if I've forgotten. Question number 8. You do not want anyone borrowing your books. How do you politely tell people no? I don't mind too much when people borrow books. Me and Camilla exchange books pretty often, and I let other people borrow them, but I trust to borrow my books and bring them back, and people that I do not trust to bring my books back. And so it really just depends on who's asking. But, I don't know. It's kind of a tough call there, because I'm like, okay, I've spent money on these. My personal money, please do not ruin my books. But I'm okay sharing with, especially if it's a book that I really love and I really want somebody else to read it. I'll either share it or be like, go get it out from the library. 9. Reading ADD. You've picked up and put down 5 books in the past month. How do you get out of your reading slump? This has actually been me the past 2 months. I read a lot of books in May. I read exactly 1 novel in June. And I've finished 2 books so far in July. It'd been a really rough season. I had been reading almost 7 books, 6 or 7 books at once, and none of them were really grabbing me, and they were all very short. They were short books, but should have been easy to finish, but I just couldn't get out of it. But I think what I have to do sometimes is, like, just sit down and be like, alright, today we are finishing this book and get it done, and then I get into a role of wanting to finish books. Then once I'm in that kick, I just kind of keep on going with it. And generally it works out to, I get to another novel that I'm really enjoying. I'm trying to get back to only reading 1 book at a time, or trying to start that, so we'll see how it goes. Question number 10. There's so many new books coming out that you are just dying to read. How many of them do you actually buy? I probably won't buy them, but I will get onto the waiting list at the library, so I'll be like number 17 on 3 copies. And as I explained earlier, I don't really buy a lot of books unless I've read them and really enjoy them, so I'm not a big one on, like, buying pre-releases of things and then having them on my bookshelf and then reading them. I generally will read them from the library, and then if I like a series, I'll probably buy the rest of the books that are coming out. But, I don't know, I like using the library. Much cheaper. Question 11. After you've bought new books you can't wait to get to, how long do they sit on your shelf? As I had just stated, I don't really buy a lot of new books. I will get them out from the library. Library books will sit on my bookshelf for a really long time before I will get to them, and then I get the issue of picking up 9 of them at one time, because now I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to read all of them, read all the books. So library books will sit there for a while, but generally, if I do buy a book I haven't read, I generally just immediately start reading it. Alright, thanks guys for watching this video. This was a really fun tag to do. I know we haven't uploaded a lot of videos lately, and the last one wasn't even a book-related video. It was super fun to make. Camilla should be uploading a couple of videos this week, and hopefully I will be as well. Sorry about the little bit of a break that we've had. We've both been super busy with different things. But thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. Post a link down into the comments if you have already done this tag, or how you felt about this, or if any of your answers are similar to mine. But thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Bye!